Hi, Alex. Just going to ask you a few quick questions. First of all, how long have you been living in the 19th Ward?
Since last June.
And how have you liked it so far?
It's been pretty good. Um, no real complaints.
So since you've been in the 19th Ward, have you, I mean, we know that your house has been burglarized, but how big of a problem have you felt crime is, and do you generally feel safe in this area?
Yeah, I mean, I generally feel safe. I walk to and from campus every day. I've heard stories, but we've never really encountered anything besides our house being burglarized, but I think that might have been more the house's fault than anything else.
So yeah, kind of on that same token, do you feel like your house was maybe targeted because it was over winter break and you are a student, or do you think they might not have even had that knowledge and it might have just been a coincidence?
I think someone definitely realized we were students and we were on winter break. I certainly didn't help the matter by leaving all my Wall Street journals on the front doorstep, but yeah, I definitely feel like we were targeted because we were students.
So yeah, and one more question for you. Has your opinion of the 19th Ward changed? We found that a lot of undergraduates kind of have a pretty dark image of the 19th Ward and the dangers of the 19th Ward. Would you say your opinion's changed, or how would you describe that?
I don't really have that negative view of the 19th Ward. I think it's a pretty safe place as long as you're being smart. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, let's see. Do we have anything else? Okay, one last thing. We're wondering if you would be willing to kind of show us around and see kind of what you went through the night of realizing you were broken into. And kind of on that note as well, did you file a police report by chance?
Yeah, we did.
And did you find the RPD officers to be helpful? Were they pretty quick to respond? How did that whole process go?
They were fairly helpful. I think they kind of understood that the likelihood that they were going to find whoever did it was pretty low, so I think it was more of just a formality than anything else. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, hopefully you can kind of describe the night for us and kind of what you saw when you came in the house.
So I just came in. I mean, our house is fairly messy to begin with, but like all the doors were open. That door was open over there. Things just looked like they'd been kind of shifted about. I don't think anything was really taken from the kitchen, to be honest. But yeah, so came upstairs. There were some lights on too, which I thought was really weird. I thought someone had just left it on when they had left. But yeah, I mean, like the doors were open. The first time I came back, I had to get something from this room, and Andy's room was pretty messy to begin with, but it did look like someone had kind of like gone through this stuff. But I mean, like Ben had his Xbox taken, and some watches. Can't remember everything that Noodle had taken. So I think some Xbox games. Obviously, they didn't really take anything from our bathroom. But yeah. So then up here, some more watches from this room up here. Watches, some cash. They stole his candy out of his refrigerator, so that was pretty interesting. Then in my room, like, they took a bunch of Xbox games, GTA 5, kind of sad about that one. I had like a bottle of Grey Goose and a bottle of Crown Royal, they took those. A watch. That was pretty much it, I think.
So you would say it's mainly smaller items, things they can make off with, maybe throw in a backpack and run away.
They didn't take any like
TVs
or anything big. Like, I don't know, I had a violin in my room that's worth like $2,000, and they didn't take that. So I don't know.
Well, alrighty. Thank you so much for your interview.
No problem.